Accept your fates.
Hold on to your kilts, darlings.
There's still time to run.
Fancy a stroll this way?
Attention. First blood.
Skin suits are here. Someone took first blood from me.
Round 1. Beginning countdown.
Someone's got a death wish.
Enemy down.
Downed one.
Enemy removed.
Gonna shut you up.
Anyone need to pick me up? Level 2.
I want your heart. You're not. Taking fire.
All those hooligans are down for the count.
Reloading. Healing.
Evo shield here. Level 2.
Healing. I'm not thanking you.
That's how you gonna be, eh? Fire, fire. Oh my, an enemy. Numpty spotted. Enemy there.
Skin bag. I'm healing.
HELLO.
The ring's close. You gonna bash yourself? Recharging my shield. Ring's near, darling, and we've got a whole packet. Shooting at me. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Someone's got a death wish.
Me and you are down.
Did that hurt, darling?
If you look at the bottom there, it'll say each ability that the characters have.
Scanning the area. charge tower there.
Triangle at the very bottom in the middle is primitive, and using this will charge it fully.
Trust in the All-Father.
I'm back in action. Let's do this, brothers. Dome shield out. Throwing thermite grenade. Signaling an airstrike.
I never quit. Remember that. My grenade out. Patch me up, Doc. Is it my birthday already?
Gear that is gold usually has some kind of ability. The golden helmet, reduces tactical and ultimate recharge time. Improved minor health heal, which makes it to where syringes and shield cells have improved effects, which is it's pretty much just double the effects. You can pretty much revive yourself if you're knocked down with a golden knockdown shield. And you can revive squad mates with bonus shields and health, which is usually really good with this character, because she can, when she goes to heal, she can put down her drone and it puts like a shield, impenetrable shield, which is really good with her, so teammates can actually have a better chance of getting picked up, and they'll come back with shield and health.
I have come to save the day. Maybe. Grappling.
Also, another thing which I questioned for a very long time, but now I actually know how to do it, is you can actually, when you go to grapple, as soon as the grapple actually hits whatever it's grabbing, you push the jump button, it swings you actually upwards over the target.
Who's ready to fly on a zipline? I am.
Now for the right choice.
I don't really know how to test for passive or actually show off the passive. But if like somebody's aiming at you, like let's say I'm that target, somebody like just out of your head will say that you've been targeted. Best I can explain it. This
Going to phase.
makes where don't get hit by it. You can't get killed by any grenades or explosives or just anything that can do damage. You won't get hurt when you're in the portal or whatever. Little phase. Now her ultimate, she puts down a portal for her teammates to use.
Placing a portal. Portal placed. Let me at him.
Smoke out. Popping the chimney. Frag out.
And again, that actually needed to be being attacked to actually show off her passive ability. Makes it to where she runs faster if she's being shot at.
Already on my mark, firing for effect.
Yeah, and the little numbers popping up is how much damage you're doing with a gun. Each of these shields have different numbers, like this one will give you 50 shield, 75, 100, 125, red is the best. And this will also give you 100, but it's also the special abilities one, where syringes and shield cells do better. Shield cells are these little things, so...
Giving him the chimney.
Can't do it myself.
Throwing arc star. Give my shields a recharge.
See, look at that bottom. Pretty much only have to take 2 shield cells instead of the 4. And you usually have to do. Now this guy, he's better for fortifying an area if you're going to camp.
That was enlightening. Marvelous. So many willing test subjects.
No. He can see enemies through his gas, like, which could be from the Nox gas trap or his ultimate, the gas grenade.
Deploying a variable.
Gas canisters you can throw around.
Another variable for the lab rats. Adding another gas trap. My vision is clear.
Slowly goes, starts building damage. Pretty sure it only does it to your
I still see everything.
shield. It doesn't damage your shield, it damages your actual health.
Independent variable added. I still see everything.
So you don't see his shield going down, but it's more of his health. Dead. Actually, just noticed.
Gas trap deployed. My vision is clear.
I can hear his breathing while he's in the gas. Didn't notice that till now.
Introducing a new variable.
With these, if you're going against them, then you shoot the very bottom. Or destroy it. No, actually, I don't need to use the charge. This is his ultimate. Which actually, let me actually get to a good spot to just show off the range it does. You can't throw it, well, you can throw it at a good distance, but...
Take a deep breath.
feel like the gas grenade should be a little bit larger. Maybe a little bit farther. Like, its radius. I guess it's fine for now. Mirage, this cocky little guy. When you're reviving teammates and you're using a respawn beacon, which is usually what you use to actually bring back a teammate if they died, he goes invisible. He can send out like a holographic version of himself, and he can also control the decoy.
I'm back. You miss me? Of course you did. Sending out another me. Damn, he's good looking. That's just a little something to remember me by.
You'll usually think it's an actual enemy because you actually, if you're on the hell? If you're on the enemy team, you won't be able to show like you see the little blue or anything around it. It'll look like just a regular enemy. Nothing to actually tell if it's a holograph or not. I don't know why I did that, but okay.
Bam to the woozle. Yeah, sending out a decoy.
I believe they have like 40 shield freaking decoys.
Bam goes
like,
the boozle.
If they shoot at them once, they won't notice if it's an enemy or not yet. So if they shoot them for more than 40, it'll destroy the decoy, and they won't know, or then they'll know. Excellent. This little thing next door, your ultimate comes back quicker, restores 35 elemental energy. So this will give about 35%. Now this one
Troops to the rescue.
does multiple.
This is like a dream, but I think I'm even better in reality.
Octane, fast freaking Mexican. Pretty much the Mexican who's been doing drugs all his life, pretty much. That's all I have to say about him. He restores health over time. He has something called a stem, which he injects into himself to make his walk speed 30% faster and sprint speed 40% faster for 6 seconds. Costs health to use, so it will hurt you pretty much doing it.
Whoa! What a rush! Ready, set, go!
And if you see at the very bottom there, at the bottom left, where my health is, it takes away then it starts to revive, because Octane. His ultimate. This can be kind of helpful sometimes, but it can also help the enemy team. Throw down a little
Throwing jump pad.
jump pad.
Let's go over here.
It's a pretty far distance. Jumped over about 2 of these platforms.
Must go faster.
character I have used the least.
I feel
Go for,
recharged.
oh yeah, just read her stats at the bottom there. Her abilities. Her ultimate accelerant's fully charged. Her ultimate, she can create electrical fences, which can damage and slow down enemies. So like,
Fence placed. Fence in position.
pick him up, place him down again,
Setting a fence.
and like how this one's not connecting to this one, just
Laying fences.
there you go. You go through it, shuts off. Our ultimate, I can help against a few of the other characters' ultimates, like Gibraltar, big guy, who he was able to throw down like this pretty much bombardment of like mortars or something. If you put down Watson ultimate, then it'll pretty much destroy those before it even hits the ground. And also, I believe it also heals, or it gives you shields if you're hanging around it.
Tossing a grenade. Eye of the storm.
See it starts revolving, or giving you shields and being around it. Yes. Destroy stuff.
Tossing a grenade. Tossing a grenade. Throwing a grenade. Tossing an after. Tossing an after. Throwing thermite. Throwing thermite.
So it pretty much just destroys any airborne explosives.
Setting a fence.
And around it, if you're around it, also seems
Putting down
to
a fence.
let you use her.
And fencing. Fence deployed.
So this is more for camping.
That's a funny fence. And fencing.
I believe there's an only a limited amount you can put down.
Planting fences.
Yeah, when I put one down,
And fencing.
there can only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it'll be destroyed after. Nah, it doesn't say, but I want to say for about a minute and a half. Haven't unlocked this cracker here. I don't really remember what his. I know he can use a drone, and it can mark enemies that are around the drone. And I believe the ultimate is he can use the drone and use an EMP around the area, and it'll destroy all traps. Like if there's a caustic and a Watson or a Rampart, which I haven't showed her off yet. If they're hiding inside of a building and he uses ultimate, he'll destroy every single thing they put down in the building, and it'll actually stun them for like 2 shield, or like 2 or 3 pieces of shield. It'll hurt them. I don't really have a problem with that much. His ultimate kind of sucks. Don't have him though, so I can't really show him off.
Why can't I just die already?
That shows him. He can crouch and walk. You can crouch, You crouch, walk faster. You can climb walls higher. You can throw a device that deals damage and disables enemies' abilities for 20 seconds. So, like, if this little thing he throws, if it hits any other character, it'll make it to where they can't use their abilities at all for 20 seconds. Which is this.
Gonna shut you up. Shut you up real good.
Yeah, find a good wall to show this off on, like his climbing ability. Maybe this one too. That's still a bit too high. So about right there. But if we go to other characters here, can't climb that high.
Let's hunt over here.
My favorite part about him is it's pretty much just dark.
You can beg for mercy. It won't help but go on. Look at all the skin suits. They don't stand a chance. Ever get the feeling you're not alone in the room? You're not. I want your heart. I can slice it up for a snack. There's still time to run. That felt good.
Even some of his, like, it's just like, it's random, but even some of his, like, nicer comments are still kind of dark.
Take the wins when you can. Never know when you get stabbed in the back.
His ultimate, you can put down this totem, which makes it to where you can pretty much, you can go and die and you'll respawn at the totem. Like, let's say, grab a grenade over here too. Actually, just a single thermite grenade will do. You can only use the totem once.
I bring you the shadows.
For death protection. And if somebody's actually using the death totem, you can see there's a little orb light right beside the totem, so you can pretty much just wait there, wait for them to come back. None of your shield is actually used, all your health that's used when you're doing the totem.
I'm back at the totem. You're on your own.
So now I'm back, and the totem will disappear. You can only use it once, as I said. But he's a pretty useful character because it's
Shut it down.
people's abilities.
Shut you up real good.
If you got enemy or teammates who just like to push into every single daggone fight, this guy is pretty good for that since you can use that totem. You go in after starting using when you're done with making the totem and you actually use it and just rush in and do as much damage as you can. When they get you, you can pretty much just spawn back and then you can rush back in a second time. But that's it.
Shut it.
Loba, which there's on YouTube, if you go to the Apex Legends website, they have stories for each few of the characters, which I believe there's one for Bloodhound, there's one for Pathfinder, Horizon. I don't really remember it all. And the Loba. And Crypto, which is the guy I can't really show. But Revenant, this guy, killed her parents. And they pretty much just hate each other. And what I like is that in game, if your teammate's a Loba and you're a Revenant, or it's the other way around, both of these characters pretty much insult each other. Like one of them, which as I said, Revenant's dark.
Fucking internet.
If Loba has, if Loba's the kill leader, Revenant will say something like, you may be kill leader, but I still have 2 kills over you, mommy and daddy. Dark fucker. But she can see through the same, yeah, she can see epic and legendary items through walls. She can teleport with her little jump drive bracelet.
I couldn't leave so many treasures behind.
I go behind a wall back over here, like this one, and still see all the loot. But there's a range to it, with how far you can see, like... Not really showing it that well. Let me go away over here. You're starting to see loot disappear. Yeah, there's only a limited radius. You can actually see it. Little jump drive bracelet.
Jump drive activated.
This can pretty much be pretty helpful if you're trying to run away from some enemies. There's some enemies chasing you. Just to get out of let's say like you're being double teamed. You can just teleport out of there. Away. Her ultimates, which is also quite useful if there's like a lot of dead bodies around. Like I can see way off over there. This, her ultimate, goes that distance. This little black ring or whatever, that's as far as it can go. It's the same as how far she can see epic and legendary loot.
Setting up shop.
And if somebody's actually using it, using this, you can usually see items like this kind of floating like a few inches off the ground. Get on here, pretty much like this weapon right here, Kraber. Pretty much just take that. You can see it off right here. I'll try and get better. Mine.
You are coming home with me tonight.
See, you can see it for a split second when somebody's actually using it. They'll start to float. You can see it. All the items start to float. All of this, I can just see it. This is pretty much like every single item in the game. You got the guns. Then there's the ammo. Now, it always does this order. It'll go guns, ammo, gear. Then consumables like grenades and stuff to heal yourself with. Then attachments to your guns. But you can only take 2. So like I took that gun, this, and it pretty much took 1 out of 2 spots. That's all I can steal. Everything becomes darker, like a grayish color. But you can continue to steal ammo. Ammo doesn't have a limit to how much you can steal. Then, when you and your teammates are done with it, you can just collapse it so enemies can't use it. Because it'll pretty much just stay there the whole game. So, you want to try and not have enemies using it so they can know where some good stuff is. So, like, let's say there's some bodies on one side of the building, and you have this. on
Let's
the
do
other
some
side.
shopping.
And if they see this, they can pretty much just go up to this, and they can pretty much see what's in the loot on the other side of the building. If that's not there, they don't know it's there. They don't know those bodies or items are there. So it's best to collapse it. Rampart. She has her magazine capacity for LMGs and the minigun is higher, and she reloads faster with LMGs. Like,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back. Don't ask questions.
And as I was showing with Crypto's little building, this is what I meant by when
Tossing up some amped cover.
it'll destroy this with his EMP. And what this does is, see, this one is 15, but when I get behind this, it's 18. It does more damage, and it also protects from incoming fire. But it will be destroyed after too much.
Backing up my cover.
And let me try and show off her LMG thing.
Love me an LMG.
See, like, this has 41 rounds, which is at the bottom right. Just above the the top number is what you have in the magazine, which is that bottom part, that big old block-looking part in the bottom of the gun. And then what's underneath it is how much ammo you have for it. Each one of these have 20. So now I have 240. It loads faster. Like, she has 41 shots in this, with no upgrade. The Revenant.
If you're wondering about an afterlife, there is none.
She'll usually have
Yep,
about
sorry.
5
We all
more
need a bathroom
rounds.
break.
She'll have about 5 more rounds than everyone else. So, Kraber.
Tossing up some amped cover.
Takes a second for this to actually come up, and if somebody shoots this while it's rocking, it's just a one shot. It's easy to destroy, which kind of sucks if you're actually being shot at.
Putting up some amped cover.
Let's say 19, but when you're not using it, it's a 16. Also helps with. So that's 435. Which raised its damage by almost 100. For ultimate, actually it does take a bit to charge up. Which you can be used infinitely, but it does need to reload sometimes. Which is something she calls Sheila. She named it Sheila, and she made the gun herself.
Oh, wait till they get a load of Sheila. And you get a bullet! And you get a bullet! And you get a bullet! Everyone gets a bullet!
At the bottom right, it'll say she has, well, whatever's in the magazine, and it'll have an infinite symbol because you can pretty much just shoot this infinitely, but you do gotta reload. And it does take a bit to reload. Whatever you're using, English, I don't know the controls for other games or consoles, but for the PS4, it's L3 to zoom in.
This is the best bloody day ever! Backing up my cover. Better call your mom. Gonna need some guarding. Oh, you put the horns in holy bloody crap.
Now with the 173 bullets, we can see how much damage it does by just shooting this, like how much damage all bullets do altogether.
Hey, what's wrong? Lacking in the winning department?
2,380. About enough to kill about 10, 11 people. 10, 11 players.
Tossing up some amped cup. Sheila's coming with me. Shop's closed. Oh,
Shield.
oh, Sheila.
I've already forgotten the number. It was around 2,000.
Keep your mess out of the fast lane, flonkers.
That did almost about 3,000 damage that time.
Sheila's coming with me. Shop's closed.
Now
Right,
for the last
get my
person.
cover out of here.
She is new. Well, not now for like about 2 months now. A month. Horizon. You have more control of where your character's going, and she reduces fall impact. So
Back from a wee kip.
well, I guess she's Scottish or Irish. I don't care. So like,
Why can't I just die already?
let's say I'm running, I jump. It kind of slows you down after you land there. Kind of slows you down. But if you are her,
I'm back, dears. I guess it was only a flesh wound.
she doesn't really slow you down. Now her tactical ability, which is like her second ability other than passive, is these little things. Let me actually put it won't go that far up, but say about right.
How about a wee pick-me-up?
So she's good for getting the high ground. Then has to refill or recharge.
Anyone need a pick-me-up?
Takes about 15 seconds for it to recharge. Her ultimate, which she has this little thing called Newty, which is her little robot, just like Newt, but Newty. So about the same. But Newty can make a little black hole and then like suck you in. Let's say about right there.
Unleashing my singularity.
I mean, I ain't doing it, but that's because they're bots. Also set but also that'd be all both characters' abilities and stuff, but now to actually get onto the guns. I've already showed off a few of them, but I'm gonna go over them more. Now, each gun usually has about 3 to 4 attachments it can have for it. So like this, it can have something called hammer point rounds, which it increases unshielded damage. So it's actually kind of ridiculous sometimes to say. Okay, now he has pretty much about no shield. But now this will do 15, but this with the hammer point round is 35. Don't get him destroyed. Okay. I don't know what that is, but you can also get extended rounds, extended light mag, where if you look down there at the bottom, it has 12 bullets, but the moment I use the light mag, or the extended light mag, it'll put 18, but it depends on the color. Like, this is, I grabbed the purple one, that's 18. Now it only has 16 because it's a blue. Now if it's a gray, it'll only have about 14. Destroyed.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. The statistics just don't favour you.
This can actually help for. Oh, don't really have a way to actually.
Reckon we should head here. I'm light on light ammo, dears.
Time to drop, shock, and rock. Pop and smoke.
It's hard to see them, but with the digital threat, which is this kind of sight. Like, you can even see targets who ain't in the smoke. If you're in the smoke, you can see others. This is a legendary skin I had for it. It doesn't really look that good. This is a legendary skin that I got from the event that's going on right now. Which, if you got 2,000 points in the event, you got this. Now, this one can have a stabilizer, which is a. So it's going off to the side. Put the stabilizer on it. Not really as much. Other things you can have with it. You can have quick holster, which pretty much just makes it to where faster handling. Also makes you pull out the weapon a lot faster. See how slow it is when it's. I mean, it's not that slow, but still, when you're changing weapons, it's a lot slower. And if you have the quick draw holster on, then a lot faster. 301. Actually, let's go. This can have a stock on it, which it fast handling and large aim drift reduction. So like this actually helps a lot. So let's go up. If I put this on. It helps, just it's not that much. This thing destroys. Should probably put some kind of scope on these, but G7, it has 5 upgrades to it, and you can have this, which is a double tap, which shoots one bullet. If you put the double tap on it, 2 shots. They can also turn it off. Scopes help, because then you can actually aim down these. Which is one of the best you can get. Now you also want to fight against the recon, because it will start going up and then start. Just keep on fighting it, you'll have a steadier aim. There's all weapons for that, I believe. Yep. That was just the light ammo, or light guns. Heavy, the energy and the shotguns over here. Then there's the red ones, which they have their own ammo capacity, and you can't grab more ammo for them. Over here. Start with the wingman. Usually when you put down a weapon, or if you grab a new weapon, it will drop out all the ammo or upgrades for that weapon if it's a different type, or if that weapon doesn't need, if the new weapons that you grab does not need the upgrades, they'll just separate out from the weapon. These are pretty much like those ones, the extended mag. They just look different a little. This one also has the quick draw holster, which makes it to where it pulls up quicker. It also has the skull-piercing rifling, which all skull-piercer does is it does 90 to the head, and if I put a skull-piercer rifling on, 101. Usually this gun is kind of good. That's good. It's a flatline. Flatline's not bad of a gun. It's a favorite by a lot of people. Hemlock, which is retarded nowadays, because you can kill things so easily. This is without actual headshots. Each shot does about 20 damage, and which it does a burst, which is 360. Ridiculous. This thing. This is one of my favorites. It's a big old mag, which it takes about. That left me with 43 damage, or 43 shots, so it took 12 shots to kill someone. With the rapid fire, But if you're actually playing in game, none of the stuff that you drop will disappear like that. It's only in this. These are the snipers. I'll use the sentinel. You have a full mag. Usually it's best to grab a 2x4. You can actually zoom in and out. And some of these other ones, they just zoom in way too much. See, like, I'd rather have more of an area I can actually see. So you can see a lot more. What this one does is the choke makes it to where, because this thing shoots 3 shots at once and they go by. See, 3 shots side by side. Now if you actually aim down it, you can hear by like the humming or on the scope, you can see these little things from the side getting closer and closer. That makes it to where the bullets, all 3 bullets hit the same spot, and they don't spread out at all. And that does 69. Nice. But if it's only, like, say 1 shot. One freaking shot does, or just 1 bullet does 21. It used to, I think they nerfed it, but you could use this thing like a shotgun. Get in close with it. So actually close 69 with it. If all 3 bullets hit, you got a better chance of all 3 bullets hitting. A Sentinel, which is a very powerful gun, and it used to have a glitch to where you could just rapid fire it, and that was very overpowered. 70 is the body. Double. But it also has this ability to where if you have some shield cells, you can charge it. Like, it'll say right above the gun, push left on the D-pad to charge. But if you don't have anything, it'll say like you need this for firing, and you push it. To where the body was 70. Very overpowered. If you have ramparts.
Sorry, we all need a bathroom break. Putting up some amped cover.
And you use your cover. I got 1 shot to the head. If it's amped and behind the cover at the same time. It was an amp.
Backing up my cover.
You need charge rifle and sentinel. Or not sentinel, it's longbow. Charge rifle, it's alright. Don't have to hit a single part, it'll just do 3 damage if you just hit them just a little. Keep it on them. We'll do 90. Other guns, or other sniper rifles, they have a drop to their bullets, like... I can't really see it that well. Can't really see it because this is a very close in area. But this has no drop. That's kind of ridiculous. Like, look at the freaking where the bullets go if you're not. If you're actually aiming. But it does, I think it has like the least amount of upgrades of any gun, like the least amount of upgrades needed. Well, other than the shotguns, the Mastiff. But, the longbow. It is just. You can also have the skull piercer rifling, just like the wingman. So let me show the headshot damage for it. I don't really care for the skull piercer because I don't really get headshots often. You can also have one of these. Makes it to where energy. Hold on, someone's texting me. Volt. You can also have a stabilizer in a stock. This thing it's kind of hard to control though, at least for me. I don't really use the Volt much. Don't really like it. It seems like a lot of people are wrecking with it. So I don't really care for it.
Nothing does me better than an LMG.
And yeah, since I'm playing as Rampart, she has better mag for it. Or at least, it doesn't really care about mag, it's just if it heats up. Let it cool down. See if it starts beeping. You can see it'll start to make like a little triangle. So you never really have to reload this thing unless you actually open it. I don't really care for this much. But the game insists on giving me multiple freaking legendary skins for this thing. Even though I never use it, and I hate them for that. It's alright. Half rifle, devotion. Both need this, which is a turbocharger. If you look at the gun now, there's no blue glow to it. That means it's ready to fire at all times. And as soon as I pull the trigger, it's down the chute. But if I go to push it now, if I have the turbocharger on, it's already ready. Even though I shoot it is a pretty good gun. Mag on it. Now, the turbocharger can also be used on the Devotion, which is this thing. I have a Galaxy skin for it. But this thing can destroy if it has... about enough to kill about 4 people in a row. difference of that. The shotguns and the other ones. This is probably one of the crappiest guns in the game. It looks like a pistol, but it's a shotgun. It's hard. It's actually good when you actually grab a hammer point, purple shotgun bolt, because it actually has a good firing range. In most games, shotguns are only used for like close-up stuff. So if you got somebody with this, 45. The moment it gets to actual health, 100 too. Jesus Christ. 4 shots. 34. This thing also, the shotguns are pretty good in this game. You can either have the auto or the burst. Auto is like this. Or you can have burst. It shoots 2 at the same time. Burst is better because if you get all the hits, then it's a 127. 127, I guess it's consistent too. Mastiff, usually considered 13, that's good. But you don't, it also has a good range, like, it does like a sideways spread, instead of like this does like a square off shape, like an 8 shape, oh my god. Eva 8, that's the name of the gun, and there's shots in about depends on your preference of the Eva or the Mastiff. Mastiff is pretty good because if you're only shooting like this, not like actually aiming, it'll do about if you're actually aiming down the sight, because it seems like all the bullets actually tend to like, instead like shoot about that, it'll do spread, it'll hit all 3 of them. If I aim it, it'll do more damage to the guy in the middle. It only does 64 to the guy in the middle. 96. So it's best to aim down the sights when you're using this thing. Now to these. These guns, doesn't matter how much ammo of the same type you grab, because this gun, the Prowler, is supposed to be a heavy weapon, so it's supposed to have a heavy rounds. This is a shotgun. The other one's a sniper, so you think, yeah, if I can grab shotgun heavy, then I can have more rounds. No, they come in with their own. Like at the bottom there, I have nothing. I have no type of ammo, but it says it has about 245 shots. So you only have that many shots. You can either pick the burst, that's the auto. If you use the burst, these guns, they used to be like, they weren't red, they were more of a gold. These 2 guns you could pick up, like just find them around the map. They did actually class as shotguns and you grab more ammo of them, like this one. Like this one used to be a gold, you can only get out of care packages, but now you can find it on the ground. This one has always been something you can't just grab on the ground, it's a very powerful gun. This one you could also use to find on the ground. Keep Peacekeeper. also has the choke, kind of like how the triple take was, which was that sniper, which also had like 3 bullets shooting out of it. This has the same thing. 130. Like it's 50 or 40. The moment I aim down it. It's a very good gun. Shot. Kraber, which I showed off earlier. Sniper does 100. But it does 145. It does not do. But if you hit a headshot, then that enemy is just gone. This guy. All the guns. Now I can actually show you some of the grenades. A thermite, which throws. It kind of looks like a spiral spread of fire, and this can actually be very dangerous. It starts to build up on damage. And even when it's gone, I'm still taking damage.
Using a Phoenix kit.
But grenades, just regular explosions. It even says sticks, then explodes after a short delay, causes damage and blurred vision. So it can actually stick to an enemy. Stick to him, that's 90. Then it explodes to 70. And it'll blur your
Tossing Oxstar.
You can barely even move. So I run into this.
Tossing Oxstar.
It'll slow you down.
1 sec. Using my Phoenix kit.
Phoenix kits take about 9 to 10 seconds to use, but they're useful. It revives both your health and your shield.
Tossing Oxstar!
As I said, these are just regular explosives. You hit them for
Frag
like
out.
10, and then explodes for 100.
Frag out! Thermite out!
If I throw this, it'll show like the damage.
Thermite out!
The person's gone. Anything else? I've explained this earlier, but these are shield cells, so if you hurt yourself.
Throwing thermite. Thermite out.
Since it has 5 spots down there, like 5 slots for shield, it'll take 5 shield
Charging my
cells,
shield.
healing it all the way back up.
One sec. Using my Phoenix kit. Giving my shields a recharge.
Now, let's see.
Throwing thermite.
This one will restore all your shield. It takes 5 seconds to use.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Just triangle to cancel it. Here goes all my shield. All my shield's back.
Tossing a flag! Star out!
Now, you see how low my health is. I can either use a syringe, which takes about 5 seconds to use and only restores about 25% of your health, or you can use a med kit, which heals all the way to 100% of your health, and it takes 8 seconds.
Healing up. Hold on. Throwing thermite. Ooh.
Oh yeah, I can show off the... Since I grabbed this little golden knockdown shield right here, I'll say I can shield, I can hold square to revive myself. Use this. But this is a very bad thing to do. So if somebody sees you with this, they can tell that you have knockdown shield and you just revive yourself if you go into hiding. So they'll most likely try and kill you. So try not to use that. It takes about 10, 15 seconds to heal yourself. It's kind of sucks though. It's usually enough time.
Back up! Oh, these bloody plonkers!
Said the shield.
Give me a sec. Healing.
It's 25, which 25% of your health, which you'll only need about 4. And then frag again.
Tossing a frag!
And I use a Phoenix kit. Will restore both health and
Using a Phoenix kit.
the best you can have. Ain't much left to show. I'm about to have enough points, or I forgot what it's called, to have crypto, so I might try and show him off another time, or I can actually just show him off in the lobby, like show what he looks like. That's what he looks like. And those are his abilities. Which, if he's using his surveillance drone, him and his teammates can detect whatever the drone sees from 30 meters. And his tactical is his surveillance drone. Deploy aerial camera drone, 40-second cooldown if it's destroyed. And it's actually kind of hard to destroy it because it's small, like fly around pretty quickly. Charge up an EMP from your drone. The blast deals 50 damage, 50 shield damage, slows players, and destroys traps. Now, literally only like 2 levels away from unlocking him, but I'm not sure if I want to unlock him because of this battle pass only has about 15 days left, and after this battle pass is gone, that means a new character most likely will be coming out, So I want to see what that new character will be. And every once in a while, every like month or two, I'll have some kind of event like this where you have to do daily challenges each day, which is like play a match. This one says deal damage with fully kitted weapons, but other events might not have the same thing. And get top 10 finish 4 times. But after you do these ones, like this top 10 finish 4 times, it'll go up to 10 times, and each challenge gives you about 200 points. So you have to try and get all the way up here, and I'm almost there, but there's only 2 days left of this. So I pretty much got 1,200 points left to do, so I can get this and this. You can also customize them with the skins, like Doctor, Roan Gaper, Royal Guard. I don't have those ones, but I have this one. Alright, then you can just do that. Fuck you too. This. I got this one from some little event that was going on during Christmas. Add that on. Gibraltar. I have all types of skins for him. I like the one I have now for him, which is the purple, which is, well, it's an epic item. And there's ones like this. The Bunker Buster, because it reminds me of World War II kind of shit going on. We do banners, like what goes on, or what shows off your character, who you're using. And use pose, which I have the incoming one, which is just the default fight mode. Good company. Just kidding. Gibraltar's a big lovable guy. They can put badges like right here on the side here. To show something like the gun. All three members of the enemy squad. I won a game where my full squad was alive at the end, down to 4 enemies within 1 second. Won a game when no one in the squad gets knocked down but the match. This is the last kill of the game. This one shows like how many games you got, or how many wins you gotten with them or something. You can get, depends on like how many wins you got, which like stages up the tier. I only have like 5 wins with him. So there's some for events. Then there's the trackers, which is this bottom bit right here. Like I got 51 kills, or I mean 183 kills. Damage I've done, like altogether that I've played as him, is 54,251, and my season 1 wins, which was just my season 1 wins, is 11. I don't think there's a thing to show all the wins I've ever had. No, there ain't. Intro
all
clip.
right, brother. Gibraltar's coming for you.
So like when you're loading into the match, and if you're like the champion or something, and you're up front, this is what you're gonna say to like pretty much everyone else in the session.
I just do the job. My shield, my life. I'm like a rock, but rocks don't hit back.
Then there's for when you
Yeah,
kill
good
someone.
try. Maybe try harder next time.
This is pretty much what you say right after, or this is what they hear from you, even though you don't actually hear it from yourself in game. I don't think so, but they'll hear it right after they die.
Haha! It's an awesome feeling to win.
That's what whoever you just killed will hear.
You have some skill. Keep at it, so I can beat you again. That was fun for me.
Emote wheel, which there's the hollow sprays. Try and move me. Gibraltar's gotcha. Come and get it. Today is our day. But I got this one during a free event that was going on during Christmas. Quips, which you can use in game. Just
Hey,
like
you
pick
have some
whatever you
skill?
want.
Hey, that was fun for me.
And there's the finishers, which if there's an enemy knocked down, and you go up to them, it'll say like push square to do a finisher. There's different types. War cry, force of gravity, which is my favorite. Each one have different things. Clean kill, which I end up getting. This is the default one you'll get. So if you're a newbie, most likely you're going to be using that one a lot more. But I have this one, the clean kill. And then there's the with honor. Peace out. Yeah, her name's AJ, I believe. Doc's shock. Friendly introduction. High five. The Iron Haymaker. Wraith. Now you see me. Existential crisis. Then into the light. Recycle. Reversal of fortune. Parting gift. I'll strike 3-1. Which is this one. Smooth moves. Pound it, bro. Strike pose. I want the full throttled one, which is the legendary one. Shocking outcome for Watson. Electrical contact. So, asset procurement. Drone scan. Which I wish I had his imminent shutdown one, which is also one of my favorites. As I said, he's a very dark person, so he's kind of gruesome. I want it. Boba. Femme fatale. Last request. I don't know what she says at all. Landlord. Wound up. I would like the no mercy one for her. She pretty much just said something. Auto charged up. Which I believe that's actually the shortest one ever. Like, that's one of the finishers that take the least amount of time to do. Because each finisher has like their own time to do. But also doing a finisher on an enemy will charge your shield all the way back up. So you kind of want to be away from people if you do this, because if you're doing this, you're pretty much most likely going to get shot. Event horizon. First law. What comes up must go down. That's all of them. That should be all for everything. So, that's everything. Ain't really much else to show.